Now back to Inside Real Estate. Here's Mike the Realtor.
How we doing out there, folks? Welcome back to the show, Inside Real Estate with Mike Kruizinga. The website's InsideRealEstateRadio.com, InsideRealEstateRadio.com. We're going to be talking a little bit of hydrotherapy right now, folks. And for those of you who have mobility issues, we are talking to you. If you know anybody that has a mobility issue, if you're an injured vet, if you've just got a sports injury, maybe you like to play golf, like play a little tennis, we're going to talk some hydrotherapy, folks. So tune in right here, right now. Where we've got the owner of Hydrojet Walk-In Tubs, Randy Addington, with us, and we're going to talk about how his product really is revolutionary and can really help you with your mobility issues. So how's it going, Randy?
Good morning, Mike. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Good morning. I'm very, very good. So I always like our segments because, we're talking about something that helps people, and as I like to work with partners that do like to help people and have the same mindset, yours is helping people with mobility issues. And so let's kind of get into that a little bit.
Okay. What I'd like to do is take a few minutes this morning and just talk a little bit about the cost. It's all over the place. What you pay for these tubs. I'm almost embarrassed for my industry that some people charge what they charge. But when I sit down with a client, I like to show them kind of a spreadsheet, so to speak, of, okay, yes, this tub cost X amount of dollars, but what's the cost of doing nothing?
Right.
And we don't try to scare anyone, but when 87% of people over the age of 65 are going to fall, that's darn near everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. So, assuming you're in the 13%, you don't have to listen to this. But if you're one of the 87% that is going to slip and fall, and you have a crystal ball and knew you were going to, wouldn't you want to do something to possibly prevent that?
Right.
And two of the two top reasons that people end up in a skilled nursing facility, nursing home, is slips and falls and no longer to maintain their hygiene. Well, I have a solution for both of those. But what is the cost of doing nothing? You've got to compare so you can make an educated decision.
Sure.
So what I tell people all the time is this. The statistics are what the statistics are. I'm not trying to scare anyone. But if 87% of people fall from the age of 65 until they depart this world, there's a good chance that you fit in that segment. Now, of those that fall, 25% die within the first year. That's astronomical. So if you got a pretty good chance of falling for sure,
yep,
and you got a 1 in 4 chance of not making it a year after you fall, and then the 3 out of 4 that do survive, they never get back to where they were before the fall. It could be a slip and fall in a bathroom. It could be a broken hip. It could be a knee replacement, anything like that. It's just as we get older, we're not as mobile as we used to be, and we're more at risk.
Yeah, I mean, we lose as we age. We lose bone density. We lose in muscle as well, and we're working longer, but so we're putting off a lot of the fun we were planning for. Maybe we were planning to retire earlier, but if we're not, then what if you don't get to do all those things you wanted to? So let's say, you are going to be in that 87% after 65 that's going to fall. Well, like you say, a quarter of those are going to die, and then the rest of them aren't going to be able to make it back and potentially have to go into assisted living. That absolutely ruins your plans for the golden years of, what all you had planned: traveling, golfing, fishing, hunting, flying, cars is maybe your thing. Whatever your thing is, you're not going to be able to do it. I mean, the stats really are what they are, and it's unreal that's an eventuality. So why would we want to risk that?
And that's where we get into the cost of doing nothing, because there obviously is a cost for trying to maintain your dignity and your independence. Mm-hmm. And you can't, I don't know that you can put a price tag on that, right, although my walk-in tub is going to help you with that, maintaining your dignity and your independence. But if you do nothing, what's the potential cost there? And so what I do is I explain to people and kind of just bring it home to the reality of what can happen. If you were to get to a point where you slip and fell, you were no longer to maintain your hygiene or something like that, had a knee replacement, hip replacement, anything that caused you to go into rehab, there's only two places. Once you lose your independence, your dignity kind of goes out the window with that. There's really only two other places that you can go. One is assisted living. Mm-hmm. That means that you're somewhat mobile and can take care of yourselves. You don't require 24-hour care. The other is a skilled nursing facility or a nursing home, if you will. Well, assisted living is a lot more expensive than a nursing home because they're doing meals for you and all those kinds of things. But a nursing home, people don't realize the cost involved with that. They don't think about it. And more people that I talk to are beginning to realize, see, when you go to a nursing home, the first 20 days are covered 100% by Medicare. It doesn't matter who you are. If you've worked and paid in 40 quarters to the Social Security system, then you have Medicare. And Medicare will pay for the first 20 days. It's that day 21 through 80 that'll get you. Mm-hmm. If you don't have a Medicare supplement, then you're going to have a $100 copay. Well, that's $8,000. And it's just for them to take care of you. And you're going to have a nurse on your wing that's going to handle about 25 patients and that sort of thing. But that's another story for another segment. Mm-hmm. But let's say you do have a Medicare supplement, and they pick up the tab on that. When you get to day 100, 3 months in to your nursing home stay, you have exhausted your insurance. So your only alternative at that point is private pay, which means until you're indigent and qualify for Medicaid, or you already qualify for Medicaid. Well, most of the people I talk to are hardworking people. They've saved up their money so that they could retire, so they could travel, so they could do all the things they wanted to do when they were working their 40 years to get their gold watch and their pension. And so what happens is when this is all stripped away from them, you've got children, grandchildren that you're wanting to leave an inheritance to, mm-hmm. and you're not able to do it because the nursing home takes all that money until you don't have anything left. Yep. And the cost of doing nothing is much more expensive than the cost of doing something. And think about it this way. How would you like to pay for my tub 3, 4, 5 times over and not have it and lose your independence and dignity? Mm-hmm. Okay? So that's where, and we're not trying to scare anyone. We're just trying to show them the facts. That's all.
No, absolutely. I mean, the facts are the facts, and literally the cost of doing nothing could be absolutely everything. The cost of doing nothing could be everything. Think about that for a second, folks. Again, hitting the statistics, 87% over 65 are going to fall in the bathtub, in the bathroom. Of those, 25% could die. Okay, 25%, I'm sorry, I said could. 25% will, out of those 87% will die. Okay, well, there's death. So doing nothing could be death. Does that not scare you? And then the rest are not going to make it back to full functionality. So not to mention if you have to go into one of these facilities, they're going to take every single dime, every single penny they have, and they don't care about it. So that's leaving no inheritance to your loved ones. And, if you're a married couple, what happens if you're the one that has the fall? And now you have ruined all those plans for the golden years for your spouse. How's that going to make you feel?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. When you have a husband and wife both still living and one goes into a nursing home, the other one becomes what's called a community spouse. Well, that community spouse now has all kinds of problems because now they're trying to go out and juggle things so that the nursing home doesn't get what they've worked hard for. So in essence, what ends up happening a lot of times is because of poor preparation, poor planning, that one that doesn't have the issue that had to put the other one in the nursing home ends up suffering financially because they'll take your Social Security check and leave you $60 a month, Mike.
Yeah.
$60. I don't care if you're getting $400 or $4,000 from Social Security. They leave you $60 a month.
Yeah,
and I don't know what they expect you to do with that, but that's all they leave you. And maybe a week or two before, the husband and wife were living large and having a wonderful life, and now she goes to a nursing home, and you take that kind of income away from the spouse that's left at home, that affects them financially as well. So it's a vicious snowball effect.
It is a vicious snowball effect. And folks, so the cost of doing nothing, we've said what that is. Death or worse, losing all of your earnings for a lifetime, ruining your spouse's golden years as well as yours. So to stave all of that off, and again, we're not, trying to preach that, doomsdayers here, but the stats are what they are. So protect yourself. And to do that, Randy's product, for around $10,000 in most cases, fully installed, you get a Hydrojet made in the USA, 100% made in the USA, lowest step in the industry, which means you can get in and out of it very easily. Competitors are talking about a 9-inch or more step, or sometimes even stairs to get into the thing. We've got what the product is designed for, which is to help you get in and out to shower or bathe safely. The lowest step in the industry. It's made in the USA. Price point is bang on for right around $10,000 installed, depending on the product that you choose. And absolutely, the warranty is lifetime, not one of those limited, oh, yeah, sure, it's a lifetime, but then when you call them for something, well, sorry, that's not covered. This is a real lifetime warranty, and plus you're going to get to talk to Randy and Sheila, the owners of the company. It's a win-win all around, folks. Don't let any of those things happen to you to ruin your golden years. Give Randy a call. The website's hydrojetwalkintubs.com, hydrojetwalkintubs.com. Check it out. Check out all the information there on the website, and then call Randy directly, and he'll be happy to talk to you. Folks, Inside Real Estate, Mike Kruizinga. We're going to take a short break. See you in a few.